What if I told you someone sold a piece of art that didn't exist? Not metaphorically, literally. No canvas, no sculpture, no physical object, just empty space and a story. Sounds insane, right? But this actually happened. And not only did it sell, it sold for $18,000. This is the story of a man who proved that sometimes you don't need to create something to create value. In a world obsessed with physical things, collectible sneakers, NFTs, autographed merch, one man went in the opposite direction. He sold nothing. Or rather, he sold the idea of something, and people paid thousands to be part of it. Today, we're diving into a real, crazy, and inspiring story of how one man sold invisible art and made money doing it. This is a story about creativity, perception, and the power of thinking differently. And if you've ever had an idea that felt too strange, to try stay with me. Meet Salvatore Garau, an Italian artist. In 2021, he made headlines worldwide when he sold a sculpture called Io Sono, which means I am. But here's the twist. There was no sculpture. It was completely invisible. No shape, no material, nothing you could touch. Still, someone bought it for $18,000. What did the buyer get? A certificate of authenticity, detailed instructions on how to display the piece, and the official ownership of the concept. That's it. No bronze, no paint, just empty space and meaning. Salvatore explained that the artwork is a vacuum, a space full of energy shaped by the viewer's imagination. It's about belief, presence, and thought. He challenged people to see value not in what's visible, but in what could be. Crazy? Maybe. Genius? Definitely. Because this isn't just a story about art. It's a story about how we perceive value, how we sell ideas, and how confidence turns imagination into currency. Most people would never dare try something like this. Why? Because we think value has to be tangible. We assume business must be logical, predictable, safe. But Salvatore Garau proved otherwise. People don't always buy objects. They buy meaning. They buy emotion. They buy the chance to be part of something rare. In this case, they bought an idea. A story. A place in the art world that challenged all the rules. So here's my question to you. What's the wildest or most creative idea you've ever had but were too afraid to try? Could that weird idea actually be your most powerful? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear the unconventional brilliance you're sitting on. Salvatore's story isn't just a bizarre sale. It's a lesson. He didn't wait for approval. He didn't worry about being judged. He believed in what sounded impossible and made it happen. That's what separates dreamers from doers. If someone can sell invisible art for $18,000, what's stopping you from building your idea? Value isn't always what people can touch. Sometimes it's what they feel, what they imagine, what they believe. So go for it. Think big. Be weird. And maybe, just maybe, the world will listen. If this story inspired you, hit like, subscribe, and sign up for our newsletter, where every week we share stories of people who dared to do the unthinkable and changed everything.